hustle. Look, let's put some money up, you can't make mine stop. I'm hot, nigga, like a pistol off the dime block. Before you change lanes, you should check your blind spot. Cause I'll be right there waiting like a bike cop with my non-cock. And I'm so hot, all a nigga really need is just one shot. To the dome, you be gone and it's no more. I could kill him going faster with the slow flow. However you want it, I got it in for the low. Come get it, I got it, you got it good, nigga, go. I hustle, I bang, I do it all for the dough. It's all for the dough.
What's going on, All for the Doe show? We're about to do another episode of Can You Be Friends with Your Ex While Starting a New Relationship? And here I have... Okay, so the question is, can you be friends with your ex while starting a new relationship? What do you think?
I don't think you can.
And now, this is what I get. I get a lot of older people say you can, but they said after a period of time, you know, maybe a year or two, then y'all can become friends. Because I know it's really not nothing serious like that. But a lot of young people like yourself always say no. So why you say no?
I feel like no, it may be in this regard to you say, not necessarily me being young, but the men of the generation with us still being young. A lot of them aren't really serious. I mean, there are a lot of older men that still, you know, they never get it right. They're still not serious either. But typically younger men, they do not know how to set those boundaries, and so still being, and a lot of the times the relationship I feel like doesn't work because, well, we know there are a lot of women that, you know, aren't good out there, but a lot of the times with the men, they're not, they couldn't get it right.
So not to cut you off, so you saying that it's more of the man that's not having control of their hormones and say, no, we friends, and that's all it's going to be?
Yes, because that's the only reason why it's not getting there is because the woman isn't allowing it. A lot of the time it's because the woman don't want the back, and so it's not happening.
Okay, so if that woman knows that, then why did that woman still, you know, some of them still try to, well, I'm going to just put it out there. Some women feel that because that dude, they know that ex want to get back with him, then they try to play him.
Exactly.
You know? So.
And I feel like, even if the woman is on her side, knowing what's going on, she know how to control herself and know how to not want to have relations. So even though she might know that he's still trying to get with her, she's not allowing it, basically.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, I totally get it. I understand. So, under no circumstance should you be friends with your ex. So,
That's a red flag to me,
if a friend, if he try to come back in your life? Now, what if he broke up with you? Would that make a difference?
I feel like that would make a lot of difference because when men are done, they're done. They're not going to want to be friends. They don't want to associate with you, you know? So for a man to come back, there are feelings there. Okay. Like unless you said there was years and years of, you know, that distance. But yeah, if a man is coming back saying he wants to be friends, he's not wanting to just be friends.
Okay. So another episode that I had was, would you give your ex a redo? You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest. Okay, but go ahead and tell it.
I just feel like for the most part you shouldn't, because they are an ex for a reason.
Yes.
Like you're just gonna get back with them, and the reason why you broke up is gonna be like, I feel like unless there's a period of time, and even that depends because certain people need longer to change or to grow.
Okay.
So if they change or is willing to change and put in that effort to change, then you can make it work. But if they're obviously, a lot of the time, that's what I'm saying about that period of time. You're thinking you could come back in 2 months or 3 months and be like, oh, they're changed or not changed.
Yeah. But my thing is, even though they come back, how do you actually know they really changed? because some people could say, yeah, I changed, and some people like, oh, I see they changed. But then after a month or so back into the relationship, you be like, oh, well, I don't think they changed.
Yeah, I feel like it should be a period on that before you're. Actually, I feel like there should be like a little of a redating process, because it's like basically getting to know a newer version of you. So it's getting to know, a new person.
Okay.
So you should give it that time to see. Because like, especially if you've been with them for, if they're an ex. Especially if they're an ex, you would know if they changed or not within that period. Because they can't, they can hide it to a stranger, but you're not a total stranger. How they are.
Yeah. So another.
There should be a period, but it's easier for you to tell because you already do know.
Okay, so since you're a woman and you got a kid, do you think that some of the baby daddies is getting a little bit too much? Like, you think America's being hard on baby daddies, or should I say I can't say deadbeat dads, and I can't say.
I feel like there are double standards regarding mothers and fathers, especially considering that a lot of men are being fathers and active roles in their lives.
And what I notice is sometimes if that mom don't get it her way, then she don't want to play. But she'll play when it's convenient for her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I had a rider. He came from California to get, came down for his son's birthday. Sure enough, he got there a little late. He told the mom, hey, don't wake her up. It's a little late. I'll just get him in the morning. But he got to play by her rules on when he can get the child, where he can go, et cetera, et cetera. Do you feel that's a little bit too controlling, especially if the dad never did anything to the kid or nothing like that? He just want to spend time with his son or daughter.
Yeah, I feel like that is too much. And I won't say every man, because there obviously are a lot of men that have to deal with that. But there are times that, and I feel like a lot of people want to look over that he has done something to her.
Yeah.
To make her not feel like her child is safe. So I'm not gonna say all, but because I feel like you can tell, for the most part, you can tell what mother, especially. That's why I was saying that people don't often talk about deadbeat moms.
Yeah.
But you can often tell when the mother was the one, not on her shit and being the deadbeat.
So since we,
I feel like it has to be a case by case.
Okay.
Because if he hasn't done anything to you or gave you any indication that the child would be unsafe with him or inconsistent, then there's no reason to be that concerned.
So, because my thing, I'm like, you get some women that feel, well, if I can't hurt you, I can't do this, I'm gonna keep your kid away from me. Do you feel that's right?
No.
So, because
that's definitely coming from very
being hateful.
Yeah, very hateful.
Because it all it does is mess up the kid, but the kid always think.
I've been upset a lot before, but I would never be like, oh, I'm gonna keep my kid away from you, our kid away from you to hurt you. That's like shouldn't even be a thought.
So, because we do have some good dads out there, but the moms is portraying some of the dads as not being good dads, which sometimes I don't think is fair, because the man don't want to play by the mama rules.
Which I don't agree with that at all.
But I also feel once that dad do get that son or daughter, picking that son or daughter up, I feel that you should be concentrating on that son or daughter for that whole day and the whole period that you have them. But so we're almost to your destination. You want to give a shout out to anybody? You want to say something? You want to tell them you do hair, you cook, clean, You got your own business going on? Anything you want to say?
Well, I'm a poet and an artist. I do spoken word. My name is Gothica Rodriguez. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
So spell her name so they know how to spell it and look you up.
So Gothica, Gothika. Gothica Rodriguez.
You wanna kick us a poem real quick before you get out?
Sorry, what was that?
You wanna kick us a poem before you get out?
Maybe not today. But check it out if you're into like a gothic alternative vibe. I feel like that would fit you.
Yeah, that's good. That'll be real good. So you want to tell anybody bye? Want to say bye to anybody?
Oh yeah, bye everyone. Thank you for having me.
No problem.